It was ugly, but it's our kind of ugly. Let's recap Indiana and Illinois. Before we get into the reaction of Illini and Hoosiers, just remember, hit subscribe, ring the bell to stay notified whenever I upload a video or go live. If you love the B1G, this right here is the place to be. Nobody, and I mean nobody, maybe besides the guys in stripes, wanted to take over this game. Nobody wanted to win this football game. Coming off of last week, I had high hopes. I was optimistic about Illinois football. And then I look at this game, and now after the result, I'm less optimistic. Okay? I know there were some factors. McCray, of course, got hurt last week as the backup running back, so they didn't have the 1-2 punch at running back. They just had Chase Brown in this matchup. Of course, we didn't know much about Indiana coming to this game with no spring game. Media didn't have a lot of access in spring ball. I think Tom Allen wanted to keep things a secret to try to get the edge going into this first game for him against Illinois. But I don't feel great about either of these teams. I don't feel great about Illinois. I feel like they can still turn it around. I feel like they can still beat some good teams. But this does not give me a lot of confidence for them going forward. I look at things on the Indiana side of things. I saw some bright spots. Not a lot, but I saw some bright spots. Their defense made big plays when they needed to. A goal line stand when it needed to happen. It seems like down the stretch, and if I'm comparing Illinois and Indiana, Indiana made plays when they needed to make plays, and the guys in stripes and the officials kind of took advantage and cost Illinois a few opportunities. I'm not one to sit here and criticize the officials a lot. And I know there's been jokes made about Big Ten officiating, but man, there's no doubt in my mind they took a touchdown away from the University of Illinois. And there were many other no calls late in the game. They really let them play. Very physical between defensive backs and wide receivers. And who knows, but Illinois, I'm not going to say Illinois wins this game if the refs are good, because Illinois had opportunities. They had an opportunity to punch it into the end zone, but Indiana came up with a goal line stand. So, Illinois, you had your chances. Look, Indiana had to go the length of the field late in that game. Okay, you come up with a stop, right? This great Ryan Walters defense, right? Come up with a stop against an Indiana offense that can't run the ball, right? And hadn't scored at all in the second half up until that point. So I feel a little bit bad for Illinois, but then I'm like, I don't feel as bad, especially leading up to that last touchdown drive. Connor Bazelak was not as accurate as advertised, I don't think. He threw a lot of balls high early in this game, but man, was he efficient when it needed to count there late in that game, late in that drive. They're going to need a running game at some point in the season if they want to get some other wins in the Big Ten Conference this season. But when I look at the wide receivers, DJ Matthews is a really good deep threat. DJ Matthews is a good number one option. And how about Cam Camper stepping up as a number two option? You got a couple of good players for Indiana, and I firmly believe Tom Allen is a really good coach when he doesn't get a lot of talent. Of course, he had that magical 2020 year. He won 8 games. People forget he had some good seasons even before that 2020 season. So this is a coach that can coach these guys up, that can do good things. Can it continue? It'll be very interesting to track which way Illinois and Indiana kind of go after this. But man, this was an ugly game. The players, the teams, offenses and defenses, officiating. It was just an ugly game all around. But man, if we can get these types of Big Ten games every week, correct me if I'm wrong, but every Big Ten conference game so far has been a one-possession game. Nebraska, Northwestern, Purdue, Penn State, and now Illinois and Indiana. Leave your thoughts in the comments below about these teams. Where do you think they're going as this season progresses? Just a reminder, subscribe to Big Ten Ted for more great Big Ten content. I'm Big Ten Ted. We'll see you in the next one.